Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and it is already October the 30th. I can't believe. Saturday, October the 30th. Like, where did the month go? It went by so fast. But this is a reminder. I have a list to make sure I don't forget anything. You know, I always write my list. Don't forget, if you did not see every single Crocktober video, go back. I'll have the links below for all the channels that participated, because amazing recipes. Like, I had so many people say, oh, I'm just going to start a whole cookbook, or I printed off every single recipe and I'm going to use that. And it was just kind of cool. I had a good time with that. And there was a lot of channels participating. Like, that's what was really cool too, is that there were so many different channels participating and so many really amazing recipes. So if you haven't seen them all, go check them out and be sure to leave comments on them, because there's going to be a drawing, so you need to do that. So there's that. That's super cool. And then what else happened this week? Gosh, yesterday we got to hand out goodies at work, which was fun, and we got to dress up, so that was also fun. But for this past week, some of my videos, I have to tell you, I did the 2 videos on the spice blends, or the seasoning blends, and the reason I love those is because you can make them your way. Like, if you buy a blend, it's already done. The same thing happens with me with like perfumes and essential oils. Oddly enough, you know, I love my essential oils, but I hate patchouli. It gives me a headache. I just can't stand it. If someone comes in and they're wearing like patchouli perfume, it smells so good, but after a little bit, I'll start getting a headache. And so I can always tell, but I'll look at perfumes specifically to see if patchouli is in it, because I know that even if I can't smell it, for some reason I'll end up with a headache. Same things with like essential oil blends. That way I can create a blend, leave that out. Same way you can do with your own spice blends. You can create the blends and leave out the things that you don't like. And of course you can add in things that you do. It surprises me how many people comment that they're allergic to cinnamon. I had to get a drink. That they're allergic to cinnamon. So those kind of things you could leave out and put like nutmeg or cloves or something in if you wanted that type of flavoring, but not have cinnamon. So that's the thing I like about doing blends. I did my pine cones. Those are fun. They're sitting out in the basket in my living room, and the living room smells all nice. And I love the fact that it's blood orange and coffee. And oh my gosh, those two together. I love the coffee oil because it just is great. But blood orange is so good. Like, every single time I use that, I think, you know, it's so weird though, because I'll pull an oil out and think, oh, this is my favorite. And then I'll do like a blood orange and think, oh, this is my favorite. But every time I use blood orange, and I think we're getting a lime in the next box, but I love the citrus. Just citrus is so good. So that's good. And quickly on that note, with those pine cones, I had that, it's like a silicone pad. It was actually a set of 2. And I think I got those off QVC probably 10 years or so ago. And I've looked and looked and looked. I've looked on QVC. I've looked on Amazon, and I can't find them. So I don't know if they even have them anymore. But they do have like mesh silicone screens, and if you really want to duplicate what those pans are like, you could just get one of those baking sheets that's got like a rack in it, and then put that screen across the rack, and you're pretty much creating the same thing. And the thing I like about that is I like to put things on it, especially things that like chicken wings, or that need to be crispy all the way around, because the air flows. So that's pretty cool. So I like having those, like the pine cones are great. Say, take 1 pine cone, you could hang it from a cute little decorative thing for fall in your car as a scent, and you could just add essential oil to it, or put it in a little basket on your desk at work, and then that way it's not like a super perfumey or a super air freshener thing. It's just a nice smell. So those are nice. So I had a good time making that. But here's the thing, you know how we were supposed to be camping last week. We got our big 5th wheel, got everything all done. Our friends were all ready to go. And then supposedly there was this huge storm, supposed to be what they called it, a bomb cyclone out in the Pacific. So they kept saying it wasn't good for travel, especially for high profile vehicles. So that kind of cut our holiday, or our vacation. It changed it. right away. So then the storm didn't come. We were going to leave on Tuesday. Nothing happened Tuesday. Nothing happened Wednesday. And I actually told my friend, I have never looked for a bad storm or wanted it to happen so bad because it would justify the fact that we didn't go. And lo and behold, the storm did come. It wasn't as bad as I think that they thought it was going to be. But I got to do it. Sadly, though, our anniversary, we were supposed to do this big trip. And so on our anniversary day, we were sitting here and I was like, well, I'm working. I was cleaning the house and doing stuff. And I told my husband, let's just drive to McDonald's. So for our 40th anniversary, we went to lunch at McDonald's and we sat by the pier and watched the ocean. That was it. But it's not about what you do on that day. It's about what you do every day. So we've always been that kind of thing. It's not about, and I think our lifestyle made it that way because my husband in the Navy, he was deployed so much. We celebrated when we could. So we will certainly do something special. But because I was home, I had to be busy. And I went down to my big pantry room and thought, I have got to redo this. So I spent 2 days, like they were the kind of days that you work in a pantry or you work in a place and you're finished, you take a hot shower and a Tylenol because you know it's going to be bad. So 2 full days of into my day with a hot shower and a Tylenol day, but my pantry is beautiful. So I have a video on that coming Monday. So I'll have my pantry redo. I kind of took stock of everything that's in there. And when I did that, I found some expired things. So I did a little research on that. And then Monday, you'll see the pantry. Wednesday, you're going to see a video about expiration. And interestingly, I found some interesting guidelines on that. So actually guidelines that surprised me. So I've got that video. And then on the 4th, woohoo, is the back of the pantry. Back of the pantry is stuffing for November. So stuffing, you're going to see, if you watch our back of the pantry, and down below will be all of the links for the back of the pantry girls. And they are, we're all doing stuffing for the month of November. So that's super cool. And we were talking this morning about what we're doing for December. And I think December is going to be a lot of fun. But we also have another thing on top of back of the pantry for November. And that is going to be what we're calling DoughVember. So we're all participating. Actually, I'll tell you, we each have a day of the week. And we've included someone we have not included before. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, we each have a day of the week for the month of November. So for all 4 weeks, you're going to get recipes. Even on Thanksgiving, Lisa has offered to do it. So even on Thanksgiving, there will be a new dough post. Now, these doughs can be breads, pastas, cookies, cakes, stuff that you can make and put in the fridge for later. Just tons of stuff. It's going to be cool. So on Mondays will be Linda from Linda's Pantry. On Tuesday is Prepper Potpourri. Wednesday is Jenny Goff. Thursday is Lisa over at Sutton's Days. Friday's my day. So every Friday for the month of November, you'll get a dough recipe for me. And I already know what dough recipes I'm doing. And then on Saturday, we're including now Alderman Farms. So I will put a link down there so that you can go over and check out her videos. And then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to either before my first November video or somewhere in November, I'm going to do a video on my wheat mill. I have the Nutri Mill, which is different than a grinder because it's what they call an impact mill. So I will do a little video on that and show you how I grind my own wheat. So all 4 of my recipes are going to be home ground wheat recipes. Some of the other gals were talking, and a couple of them are even going to just do the cookie, the tubes, the rolls, like crescent rolls or something. So it's going to go from super convenient to a little bit more work involved, but so amazing. I can't wait to see these recipes. And what else? So that's it. There's DoughVember with 6 of us. There's the Back of the Pantry Challenge, which will be on the first Thursday of the month, which is the 4th. And I've already got something going on up there. I'm going to do a pantry redo and an expiration date talk. I still have my fabrics to make my little pillowcases. I got to tell you, I will come up with like 8 things I want to do in a 4-thing week. So when I retire, that is where I'm going to be doing a lot more. And speaking of a lot more, I'm probably the worst Thrive Life consultant ever. I will put a link below for Thrive Life because I am a consultant for that, and I do use it in a lot of my cooking. In fact, I need to take you up there and show you the pantry of my RV, because one of the reasons I originally got into it was so that I could stock my RV with a lot of lightweight food so that it's always ready to go. All I would need is water, and I could go for a long time with my fifth wheel. So I did that, but I've used them, like when I make a bread, if I'm making a savory bread, I'll take some of the freeze-dried onions and put in there, some of the spices. It's just great. So I need to be more active on that. And if I know when I retire in January, I'm going to have tons of more time to do these things. Something happened there. I don't know what happened. But as I was saying, when I retire in January, I'll have way more time to do way more things. And I'm going to do those things. But I do want to remind you to go back and look at all the recipes in the Crocktober. Check the links, make sure those are done. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you like my content. If you do, of course, go hit like and subscribe and the little bell so that you get your notifications, because we have some good videos coming up and you're not going to want to miss them. And of course, if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that bell yet, you better go check it out, because you're going to want to not miss a thing. So there we have it. That's it coming up for this coming week and for parts of November. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.